All right, hey everybody, Mark Burgess here, Big East Bass Fishing. In case you're wondering, I say that in the beginning of every video. Not for those of you who have followed my videos and watched them on a regular basis, which, by the way, thank you very much. I appreciate that more than you know. It's for those new viewers or first-time viewers of the channel, or from this video, so you know who I am and what I'm talking about, or where I'm talking about from, which is Big East Bass Fishing. So coming to you here, basically the day after Thanksgiving. Our Thanksgiving's still continuing. We have more family coming over today, and I want to say I'm truly blessed to have the friends like you guys and the family that I have, being able to spend this time with them and catch up and just basically not think about or worry about anything else. Just hang out, enjoy the time together. It's great, and I really hope that everybody got a chance to experience that with their families and with their friends, this holiday. So that being said, a little quick video here today regarding kind of following up on the off-limits rules. I did a video, if you didn't know, I'll probably link it in this video, about the off-limits rules, primarily on the Bassmaster Elite Series, but I talked about where I came from and how I came up through the sport with the Opens, Invitationals, Opens, BP Top 150s, Elite Series, FLW Tour, FLW Series, Easter Never Starts, all of that, and what the information rules, if there were any, were like back then and what they are now. So just recently, you probably saw, if you follow the sport, Bass has gone to a 28-day off-limits rule for the Elite Series. I'm not sure if that's going to carry over to the Opens. I know at this point it's not carrying over to, or at least I haven't been notified yet, to the Nation Series. For those of you who don't know, the Bassmaster Nation Series now is very similar to the Opens, a lot less entry fee, but you can do, there's 5 of them, 5 regional events. You do 4 of them. They're basically keeping track of points, and they're going to crown an AOY, an award, nation bursts and things like that. So anyway, so back to the 28-day off limits, right? What's the big deal about that? In my opinion, the big deal about that is I'm going to make a prediction that, and it's kind of twofold, okay? So I'm first going to say that I don't think you're going to see anybody get disqualified from the no information rule during this year's Elite Series. The 28-day, that's under the 28-day rule, okay? Because what that means is, obviously, you cannot get any information about finding or catching fish within that 28 days, okay? And we'll talk about the specific question the polygraphers are asking that's getting people disqualified. Reason being, again, in my opinion, is that that's right before the tournament. We talked about that. That is, we're getting to the time where any information gained at that point is going to be relevant, okay? It's most likely more relevant than if you got it 11 months earlier, okay, ahead of time. So I think guys are going to be gathering information however they want ahead of that 28-day off limits, okay? So it should be fresh in their minds about not having conversations inside that 28-day period, and and I think a lot of the guys are in that have been disqualified were disqualified unfairly. Maybe 1 or 2 not, but the others, okay, because of, did you get information to obtain a advantage a competitive advantage. Now that question is probably going to be rephrased to, did you get information, or did you solicit information, or was the intent there, did you intentionally get information inside the 28-day off-limits period to gain a competitive advantage? In the back of your mind, maybe 6 months ago, you talked to somebody that lives on the lake or whatever, okay, whatever the case, in a tackle shop, because we're coming up to show season, so a lot of these guys are going to be talking to a lot of people, different anglers in these markets, about these particular bodies of water, okay? And they just throw this information at you. So if that happens and you're outside of that 28 days, no big deal. So in the back of your mind, when that question is asked, no, I did not receive information to gain a competitive advantage inside the 28 days. If you want to elaborate, which I wouldn't suggest you do during a polygraph, that, yeah, I talked to a guy at the such and such a show, 6 months ago, like in January or something. Obviously, you don't have to offer that information. But that's where I think you're going to see the difference, okay? So I said 2 parts, right? I'm going to give you a prediction, but 2-part prediction. That was the first part. I don't think you're going to see anybody disqualified this year on the Bassmaster Elite Series because of the 28-day off-limits rule. And now this is part B. If there is somebody disqualified under this rule, the 28 days off-limits prior to the first day of practice, chances are, yeah, they broke that rule. Okay, this is, like I talked about before, the gray area, right? So this really, it takes the gray out of it, all right? It's 28 days. Did you talk to somebody? Could there still be a weird circumstance where some guy says, runs up and says, hey, Mark, don't forget about that weed bed we fished 20 years ago in such and such a creek? All right, well, I already knew about that, and I can't talk to you. I can't get any information regarding catching, finding bass on the particular body of water because I'm inside the 28 days. All right, so there could be a little bit of that. There could be some of that, but I doubt it. Excuse me, I doubt it. But we'll have to wait and see. So this is for 2026. So 28 days, we got the Classic coming up here. A couple of events, I think 1 or 2 events are usually precede the Classic. That's in Tennessee this year. So we'll see when they actually pull the trigger on that 28 days, whether for 26. Like right now, can you talk to somebody? I would have to read the rules, and I would most definitely be contacting the tournament director in Bass ahead of time to get a clarification. Possibly even put it in an email if you have any questions, if you're fishing any of these events in 2026 regarding the no information rule, okay? And back to what I talked about before, the only information that I feel is relevant that you should be asking somebody about is, what do you expect the water temperature to be? What do you expect the lake to look like? What do you expect, the lake level? What's the general, what's happening at that particular time? Is it still pre-spawn? Is it full-blown spawn? Is it all 3, which we go through a period of time like that? That kind of stuff, not about, hey, go to Creek A, and secondary points in Creek B, whatever the case may be. So that's just my opinion. This is a big topic, and we talk about it for hours, really. So that's all I wanted to say. When I found out this information. So let me know your thoughts. If you've heard anything else, or you have any other questions on it that you'd like to hear my take, I'd be more than glad to address it. either in another video or the comments. And by the way, keep those comments coming. They're great. I love them. So again, everybody, I really appreciate it. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving with your friends and family, and we'll see you soon. Oh, do me another favor, and even if you watch the videos, if you like them, all right, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you. It doesn't really affect anything on your end, but it's huge on my end, all right? Everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.